This is it again. You can use the recruiting agency. If you don't get an hospital, use the recruiting agency. They will help you with this. But better still, you can do this by yourself. Just open an account with CGFNS, let them do your credential evaluation, get a visa screen, and now apply to the hospital as a fully certified nurse from Peru to work in the US. As promised, this is the part 2 of the Q&A section that we started earlier. I hope you did get a chance to watch the part 1 video, and if you didn't, the link is down here on the description box. Please go in there, click on the link and get the part 1 of this video. On that note, guys, this is Mariantina. Remember to always subscribe. If you are a first timer, remember to subscribe. This YouTube channel has content that will enable you, your friends and your family members who are in healthcare to learn something about the USRN journey. Always hit the bell notification button because I post new videos and you want to be the first one to watch it. The first question in this video is going to be from Izuchukwi Onyekwere. Izzy says, Marion, thank you so much for your fantastic video. I'm glad you like them, Izzy. Thank you for subscribing and continue watching. Please, can you produce a similar videos for agencies recruiting international or foreign educated medical laboratory scientists to the USA? I will appreciate your assistance to mankind. Easy, I've already done a video on the same. Again, I'm going to leave the link on the description button. Please, on the description box, please do just click on the link and watch the video. And if you have any question, ask on the comment section. I'll look out for it. The next question is from Edwin Omolo. It's not a question, it's a comment. Always proud of you, Marion. I'm glad you are. Thank you. The next question is from Pilar Estefania Rogers. Hi, I'm a new grad from Peru. Thank you so much, people of Peru, for watching my video. Please tell your brothers and sisters to subscribe. And I'm currently living in the US and I have no experience as a nurse back home in my country. Once I was done with school, I moved back here. I'm debating if I should go back and get at least a year of experience or stay and try to get into a hospital through my other certification as a phlebotomist or medical assistant and have that as experience in the medical field. I know it ain't as valid as an RN experience, but I'm still in the way of figuring out what to do in my best situation. Hila Estefania, I believe you're trying to say you are a new RN grad from Peru. Congratulations for that. No, you don't have to go back to Peru to get 1 year of experience. You're already in the United States of America. I would have loved to know under what circumstances did you gain entry to the United States of America, but I will assume probably a permanent resident. If you don't know how to do it, just approach hospital. There are hospitals that offer new RN grad and they actually do the credential evaluations for you and everything, and then you can just start practicing as a new RN grad. So they have that. It's always a 1 year thing. They'll give you a 3-month of orientation. After 1 year, you can transition to any hospital. This is it again. You can use the recruiting agency. If you don't get an hospital, use the recruiting agency. They will help you with this. But better still, you can do this by yourself. Just open an account with CGFNS, let them do your credential evaluation, get a visa screen, and now apply to the hospital as a fully certified nurse from Peru to work in the US. I hope that answers your question, and if not, Estefania, please do ask more questions. I will personally answer that. The next question is from Rafam Batu. Rafam Batu says, hello Tina, thanks for an amazing content. You're most welcome. I find it so insightful. Please, I have a question. I'm soon graduating nurse midwife from Cameroon, but about starting volunteering. There are no Nclex exam centers. Can I start applying with this nursing recruitment agency without Nclex? I believe Rafa is trying to ask, like now that there are no Nclex centers in Cameroon, what should he do? And he's also a midwife from Cameroon. So, Rafa, this is my first answer to your question. First of all, congratulations for becoming a midwife. And then second of all, there are not so many Nclex centers in Africa. Nclex center used to be in Asia for the longest time until a new one was recently opened in South Africa. So in Africa, that is the closest place you can go take your Nclex. If not, you can look for other countries like in Asia, in UK, and go take your Nclex from there. Secondly, I don't know if midwives are directly recruited to the United States of America. But I believe before you became the midwife in Cameroon, you were a general or you were an RN, like before specializing to becoming a midwife. So yes, if that is the case, go ahead and apply to this recruitment agency. You can do it without Nclex, because these recruitment agencies, some of them will prepare you, not even some, most of them will prepare you for the Nclex. Most of the time people do self-sponsor because it is more faster, but it is costly on you, unlike these agencies that will prepare you for Nclex. So go ahead and apply. Again, the link to some of the recruiting agency is on the description box down here. Click, learn more, and start the process. The next question comes from Things Can Only Get Better. Things Can Only Get Better say, hi Marion, do you need work experience in your home country to get an ATT for Nclex? I'm not talking of a work contract. I mean just authorization to write Nclex as self-sponsored nurse. If yes, how many years are required, please? Things can get better. Thank you for this question. Actually, you don't need any years of experience for you to get an ATT. All you need is your credentials to be evaluated. Once your credentials have been evaluated, then get your nursing body to approve you, do the PSNV process, then get your ATT, because you're self-sponsoring. Most of the time, these years of experience are just a standard requirement for nursing agencies, because they want to know, have you been practicing in an acute care setting, so that you don't be like a new grad in a new country, if that makes sense. But with the time, what I've been seeing, most of these agencies are actually dropping these years of experience requirements. So again, as I said, you actually don't need any years of experience to write your Nclex. I hope that answers your question. The next question comes from Tolupe Ajayi. Tolupe Ajayi says, thanks for this video. Tolupe, you're most welcome. I made a mistake while filing the form for higher education and mistakenly filed a RN I gained during my degree. So I received 2 transcript forms and no license form. I'm so confused and don't know what to do. I can imagine where your confusion is coming from, but actually there's so much you can do. If you can't edit these online, because I believe you've already received the form, so there's no way you can do it by yourself online, call CGFNS directly. You will get a customer service person, then do your verification that is your account, and then from there explain to them what you did wrong, so that they can unlock your application, and then you can correct what you did. Again, I hope this helps you, or if not, you've already got help in regards to that. The next question comes from Liz Mary's Career. So Liz Mary says, hi, I have done CGFNS for New Zealand. Do I need to start for US separately? In my honest opinion and my thought, yes, you will, because New Zealand is a different country from the US, and their credential evaluation might not be similar. So one, I'll reach out to CGFNS, but I do believe you will have to do them separately. You can't use your New Zealand CES report for US CES report. I don't believe it works that way. But if that doesn't answer you, please just call the CGFNS and ask them so that they can give you an in-depth reply to that. The next question comes from Glory. Glory says, please, in direct hire, do you know if there is also a smooth landing in terms of them getting an accommodation for you, providing with the training before you start work, opening a bank account, and other necessary things until you understand the country in a bit? Thank you so much, Glory. Yes, I do believe most of these agencies, even direct hire, will offer you with assistance. It might not be as much as direct recruiting agency, but with direct hire, I know they will pay or they'll give you a house for the first month, one of the agencies, but they always explain this, and then they'll help you open an account, or they'll give you direction, and then they'll help you or get a phone. They will help you with some of the basic things you need for you to settle in. And if they don't help you with that, at least they'll give you a referral. When it comes to training, I'm not sure on which direct agencies offer training like cultural transition and clinical transition, but in the hospital, you always get 6 to 12 weeks of clinical orientation. That means you work under someone that has been in that hospital for long and has been on a run for some time, and they will guide you through so that you learn this time. And with time, after some time, they do evaluation to see, or do you need more time, or you're ready to be on your own. I believe that is. And then again, you can always liaise with people. There are groups that people create with regards to every agency and direct hire, so that they can offer that support for the new people who come in. I hope that answers your question, Glory. All right, another question from Things Can Only Get Better. I think I've answered one from you, but I'm going to do this. Love your content, Marion. You're most welcome. Things Can Do Better. I suggest you do a detailed video on how an international RN can sponsor him or herself for Nclex. The study material, study tips, cost involved. By the way, if I use RS for credential evaluation, will I be able to use CGFNS for my visa screen? I want to use RS because on their websites, they only take 8 weeks to provide assess report, which is shorter compared to CGFNS. And then secondly, I didn't print the entire question, so I'll only answer the first two parts of this question. Thank you so much, Things Can Only Getting Better, for giving me some content. Yes, I will do a video on what it takes for you to self-sponsor yourself for Nclex. I'll also do a video on, I already done a video on study tips. I will leave a link on the description box so that you can go through and know. And then maybe later I'll see the study materials needed and the cost involved. In regards to using RS for your credential evaluation instead of CGFNS, yes, you can. Every state nursing body has approved institution for doing credential evaluation. For example, in my case, I did my Nclex through the nursing body of New Mexico, and I used Joseph Sinley to do my credential evaluation. And then after which, I did my visa screen with CGFNS. Yes, everybody will need a visa screen so that they start practicing in the United States of America. With credential evaluation, you can use anybody that is state approved by your nursing board, if that makes sense. Thank you for a good question and good comment. Things can only get better. The next question comes from Charity Charlie Mulalami. They say, hi Marion, thanks so much for this interview guidance. You are most welcome, and I hope that helped you if you are going through an interview. The next question comes from Skylar Mamana. They say, thanks for the info, Tina. Yes, Skylar, you're most welcome again. The topic I was researching on. I have a question, which will be cheaper doing the Nclex while still back at home or when you arrive in the USA? Skylar, I don't know what you're asking in entirely, but I'm going to answer this question in two parts. One, you're already in the US, or you find a route to come in the US before doing your Nclex. For example, I'm a nurse, my husband is a nurse, so I'm do my Nclex and my husband is going to be a beneficiary under my visa application. Yes, my husband can come and take their Nclex in the United States of America. What they need to do, or what I'll advise them to do before they cross to the other land, have your credentials, start the CGFNS process so that you can do the follow-up with the institution to send your documents or your credential to the CGFNS body before you go in. Two, there are people who are just back home, but instead of going to other test centers in Asia or Africa or Europe, they decide to go to test center in the United States of America, which is not advised. Getting the visa to the United States as a non-immigrant is a pain on the ass. So you really don't have to go through that. Just go through the nursing agency. But if you have any other route to get to the United States, please go take your exam in the United States. It's the same thing across board. The next question comes from Fishmonger Stories. Fishmonger says, who's your video editor? Good video and thumbnail. He is right now actually helping me record this video. He has a YouTube video account that you can watch and get in contact with him and ask him how he does it, because he gives information on video content creating, editing, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to leave a link, or I'm going to mention, what is your YouTube? Is my, they say, team member and my person. So if you need to know or learn more about video editing, go to his YouTube account at World Events. So I'm going to leave the link on the description box for you fishmonger so that you can learn more about video editing. He's really good at it. All right, the next question. I'm gonna give a shout out to Things Can Only Get Better, because Things Can Only Get Better is watching my video and out of it is asking me amazing question, and I'll say is one of my followers. So Things Can Only Get Better say, you couldn't have explained any better, Marion. You're most welcome again. I know a nurse YouTuber in the USA, originally from Africa, and Abby is also an RN. The man went with the agency and the woman was added as a dependent, and it's evident it's been super helpful. Well done. I would love to see the video on how to apply with the New Mexico Board of Nursing and how to adequately prepare for Nclex, especially your recommended study material. Thank you so much. Things Can Only Get Better. Yes, if you are two RNs in the house, you both don't need to go to the United States as RN under an agency. One of you guys can be the sponsor of the other. The other can be a beneficiary or a dependent, if you like to say so, and they can do the Nclex from the United States and be employed on a self-capacity rather through an agency. When it comes to applying to New Mexico Board of Nursing, I really love to do this video, but everybody is asking me to, prepare me for Texas Board of Nursing, prepare me for Mexico Board of Nursing. How do I do it to California Board of Nursing? If I do my research well and see it's something that I can create my time and put on it, it's not like I can't create, but we have 51 states. I can't do videos for all the 51 states, but I might pick at least 3 and give you guys guidance on how to go about it. For study material, what I use, I don't know if it will be of much value right now. I can still do it. I want to see, because Nclex is shifting to a new model of testing in April. I'm not sure about the exact date, but it's late April, and I'll rather want to see how those model of questions are formulated and how they look like, so that I can give relevant information for people taking Nclex in this new generation type of Nclex. I hope that answers your question, guys. Last but not least, I have a question from Afaf Abdo. Afaf Abdo says, am I supposed to send the original certificate? Will they send it back to me? This is in regards to CGFNS. Afaf is asking if is to send original documents. Afaf, no, you don't send any original documents to CGFNS. CGFNS will send you transcripts or forms for you to answer, for you to fill, and you're going to fill your particulars, like your biodata, and once you've done that, you will sign it. You will send it to your school, which is your nursing school, and then your licensing body, and they will sign it, and they will attach the documents required by CGFNS, because they've been doing it, and then from there CGFNS will evaluate it. The only thing that most of the time we upload to CGFNS account as an individual person is your Form 4 or your O-level certificate, which you just scan and send in. So no original documents from you. Thank you. So guys, those are the questions that I've had, that I made a summary and that I've answered. I hope you guys have learned one thing or the other on this. This is the end of part 2 of this Q&A session. If you didn't get an opportunity to watch the part 1 of this Q&A, please, the link is on the description box down here. Do click it, do go through it, and if you have any more questions, leave it on my comment section, because I'll always get time for you guys. On that note, USRN journey can be tiring, it can be exhausting, it can be time consuming, thought-provoking, like is it worth it, and so forth. That's why we have this YouTube channel. And on my first ever videos, I had a detailed video on the 9 steps that you most likely and will likely take for you to start and finish the USRN process and practice as a USRN foreign educated nurse. So if you want to learn about these 9 steps, guys, the link is right here on this corner. Please do click it, do watch it, do like it, do share, and above all, ask questions, because I'll do my due diligence, I'll do my research, and I'll give you the answers.